Welcome back to another edition of the Cast. Today we are blessed with the one and only. Before I even say his name, let me just give some of the milestones. Fresno Pro-Am, third year. This guy right here. Man, he reached out to us last year. This is our second year partnering with him. He's doing a great thing in the community. The one and only Mr. Alton Williams.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. And you're doing some great stuff too. You're doing some great things in the community. So we're honored to partner with you. I'm honored to be here. So thank you. Appreciate the invite.
We just want to kind of dive into a few things and what you got going on
Yep.
with the Fresno Pro-Am and just other things you got going on, here in the city of Fresno.
Yeah.
This is the third season. Is that not correct?
It's our third season. Yeah.
Okay.
It's happened fast, but we're here, and it's just been a blessing to see the response and how this league has organically grown over the last several years.
Right.
The amount of people that have been reaching out have been ultra supportive of just the vision and even coming to the table with new ideas, what we can do for 5 years down the road or
Right.
what have you. So it's just a blessing to be able to be in this position to be able to serve, and I think that's like the biggest word when it comes to the work that we do at the Fresno Pro-Am is we serve the basketball community. So when we come from that place and we just stay consistent and collaborate with good folks, good things happen. So it's just a blessing.
I love it. I love it. So this is, like you said, the third year.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain to the people, how did you all start the Fresno Pro-Am? How did it start?
Well, the backstory for those who haven't heard, we started this at the Clovis Rec.
Wow.
Yeah, it started in Clovis. So I was refereeing at the time, and I would just like see different talent walk into the gym, and I'm like, I'm refereeing this league, and it seems like this is the best place to play because this guy walked in, that guy walked in. So to me, it just didn't make any sense. Mind you, I've been refereeing for about 7-8 years or so. So I'm thinking to myself as I'm officiating and giving guys technical fouls, I'm like, this it has to be better. Like there has to be a better place to play. And so when I went to the drawing board, I brought it to my brothers and we were like, yo, sounds like a good idea. And so we kind of just started slowly. We wanted to put together some miniature events, some mini events, or is what I look at it now is. So we would set up these runs. We would invite friends to come play. One run after the next, we would bring some music in.
Right.
Every single week, right? Like I would spend 6 hours just thinking about the 2 hours that we're going to go play basketball.
Right.
So everything was all planned out. And so, we just kept doing that over time. And long story short, guys kept showing up. They kept becoming the best place to play on a Wednesday night. And then it just made sense from an organic standpoint to just roll out a league. And that's pretty much how I got started.
Okay. And so you said it started at the Clovis.
Yeah.
And so when we collaborated last year, and this last season, I should say too, so it's been at Fresno City. How did that come about? Fresno City.
There was trying to think. I think I reached out to Rock Johnson Jr.
Oh wow, I remember him.
Yeah, he's an exceptional talent. Good guy too. I reached out to him and I was like, yo, let's do like a Ball is Life game at Fresno City College. Okay. And then he was like, all right, cool. I'll reach out to Coach Haynes. We have a mutual contact, Coach Rob Haynes, who's actually the first African-American basketball coach at Fresno City College and a good friend of mine. And so I reached out to him and we had a conversation, me, him, and Rock, and we were like, yeah, that's fine. Let's have this Ball is Life game. And I just remember a couple weeks later, I'm hitting him up and I'm like, hey, let's pivot real quick. Let's do a league instead. Like we'll call it the Fresno Pro-Am. So he was very receptive of the idea, and he just allowed it to happen, and we just made something work out for that first year. It was, when I look back on it, man, it was like 20 minutes, 2 20-minute halves running clock. The average score was probably like 60 points, like low scoring games, but it was great because it was well received by the hoopers, by the best hoopers in the area. It was being recognized by prominent coaches in the area. So it was, there weren't very many fans in the stands, but the right people knew what was going on. And so to me, that was like a nod to just like, you guys are doing the right thing. So we just wanted to continue to fine tune every single week and make sure it just got a little bit better from one week to the next. And that's pretty much what we did.
Wow, man, it's a blessing, like you said, what you're doing for people right here in the Central Valley,
For sure.
right? And bringing some of the guys who are from Fresno that have made it to the
Right.
biggest stage ever, which
Yeah.
is the NBA, right? So last year, I do remember, and a great friend of the Troy Center and a good friend of mine, Quincy Pondexter, was in the building. He actually signed his ball for me a couple years ago. He came for season 2 and helped us, the Troy Center, with the backpack giveaway. And once again, I just want to thank you for opening your arms and welcoming us. And now it's like a partnership, right? To where we'll be in it for our 3rd year, and doing that for the community. How has that, or have you seen any kind of like impact from just reaching out to community-based organizations, which I know that the Fresno Pro-Am is a community-based organization as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just reaching out and getting the community involved with the kids in that backpack giveaway.
Absolutely.
How was
Yeah.
that for the Fresno Pro-Am overall?
Yeah. Big shout out to Quincy Pondexter, who has 9 years of NBA experience and didn't have to do things that he did, especially in a city where there can be a lot of division in the basketball community,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I got to say that out loud.
Yes, sir.
Because we put those things aside.
Right.
Like we put all that aside and we're working to make something exceptional for the basketball community, because at the end of the day, it's bigger than us.
Right.
Anybody that's on any calls, and it's bigger than basketball.
Yes, it is.
So, and that's why when community-based organizations like yours, who do great work in the classroom, like you guys reach out and you guys are like, hey, there's kids that are going back to school around this time. When you guys finish up, what do you think about this idea? To me, it's a no-brainer, right? Like it just made sense, and I'm just grateful that you had the idea, you had the vision for it, and also grateful for my team too, right? Because like when I run these ideas past them, we're stress testing these things. We're trying to say, we're trying to figure out whether it makes sense. And when it does, and the right people are involved, we want to lock arms and just make some great things happen. So special thanks to you and your team for doing what you guys are continuing to do in the classroom throughout the school year, and when the summer comes, we do what we do here on the basketball court.
Man, I really appreciate that. And so one of the things that we believe at the Troy Center is collaboration over competition.
100%.
Right? There's enough work out here for us all to do. Right?
Absolutely.
So if we put our minds together and our abilities together, a lot can be done with impact, especially when we're talking about the kids.
Absolutely.
Right? It's bigger, like you said, than us. It's bigger than the Troy Center. We do it for the community, and we want to definitely do what we can to improve it. Right? So once again, thank you. Moving forward, let's get back to the basketball part.
Okay.
Right? So this is going to be the end of season 3 with the finale coming up, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, right? But 2 weeks ago, there was a situation at Fresno City.
Situation, yeah. We can call
it just a little bit.
Well, we like to call it the backboard shattering game until we find a better name for it.
Okay.
But I mean, that was the first time I've been in a gym where somebody shattered the backboard. Real talk. Like all these years I've been playing ball, and I've been to a lot of different gyms and seen a lot of different talent. I've never seen anybody go through the lane. This was off the dribble too. You can go back and watch the film.
Yeah.
In and out, from right to the left, through the lane, 2 hands, and just shattered the backboard, man. So that was an exciting play. I think it left a few fans pretty angry.
Right.
I would say, because here's the thing: that team. Shout out to Leighton. His name is Leighton McGovern, who broke the backboard. So shout out to Leighton in there. So that game was starting to get good, and when he did that, some fans were like, "Wow, I wanted to watch the rest of that basketball game." So
I bet.
So it was an exciting play. It went viral.
Okay, it did, because I actually saw it too. Like you said, I've never been in the gym and seen the backboard be broken.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how that experience was. Okay, so Leighton, shout out to you again for breaking that backboard. In regards to the first year, and now you're in the 3rd year, how have you really seen it evolve? I know you spoke to it a little bit, but what is one of the biggest things that you see from year 1 to now year 3 going into year 4?
You said one thing?
Yeah, one thing.
That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, it's tough because I'm constantly blown away by the amount of support and amount of calls that I get from people who just want to show support. who want to learn the vision, who want to contribute. And the way I look at it is you're contributing to the basketball community at this point because there's certain resources that weren't accessible to the basketball community. And with the Fresno Pro-Am, like it creates this unique opportunity for guys for everyone that's involved. Right. So I'm going to break it down to where, you know, players can now play in the summertime, and now there's this relevancy factor that comes in because they're now playing meaningful basketball and productive basketball in the summer. That's just from a player standpoint. From the coaches, I know I'm giving you more than one.
No, it's okay.
But it's dynamic. From a coach's standpoint, coaches are able to manage an exceptional group of talent.
Right.
And for some, it's turned into job opportunities at the end of the season, at the end of the summer, which is huge.
No, 100%, 100%. That's huge.
And so fans get to come watch the most exceptional talent in the area.
Yes.
They get to enjoy it from that perspective. Now businesses, they're actually reaching out and they have resources that they feel like they can just bring to the table, and we want to collaborate with them. And so it's just all in all, it's the phone calls that I'm getting and the conversations and the nature of those calls. It just blows my mind.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that, man, especially when you have these young men out there still, aspiring to be that professional, and they get that phone call off of what they were able to do in the Fresno Pro-Am. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
It's huge.
So year 3 finale is coming up Saturday, August 10th, just so you know. Do you happen to have any names of any players that will be joining in the festivities that day?
Hey, am I breaking names right now?
I mean,
because I can go off of who's already been posted.
Okay, let's
Can we start there?
Yeah,
we'll stick to that. I don't want to. I don't want to spoil any
right.
surprises.
Show up and see.
You will have to show up and see for sure. But I'm here. Well, Isaiah Thomas just got announced today.
Today, huh?
Just today.
I seen that.
Paul George, of course, he's coming back.
Let me ask you real quick.
Yes,
what is it? Because I heard him talk about on this podcast. Is it PG8? Is it what is he gonna do now with the 8? What you think he should do?
I love why he chose that number for one, right? To be in Philly, right? I'm a Kobe fan as well, so it's PG8 now. It's PG8 now. Okay. He rebranded. So PG13 or PG8 will be in the building. Who else? I mean, Orlando Robinson.
Congratulations to you too, signing with Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
I don't want to leak. I'm hearing somebody from Compton. He's from Compton. Just signed with the Kings.
I don't know.
I hear things, but I don't want to spoil any announcement.
And we can't forget the man, the myth, the legend himself, Q-Pon, man. Quincy Pondexter, shout out to you from always, doing what you can to help the Troy Center and our endeavors to impact the community in a positive way. You definitely have a huge place in the Troy Center's heart, when it comes to what you do for the city of Fresno and what you've been able to do in helping, give back to the community. So Quincy Pondexter will be there for sure, right? He was last year, and he'll be there again this year. So, man, it's just an honor and a pleasure to definitely, once again, be a part of it, right? And to see the growth, to see that we'll be able to give out backpacks again this year.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
I mean,
you can kind of see what's going on. You can't really see it on the camera, but what's going on behind the scenes right now. This year, we'll do some bicycles for kids. Right?
With pegs.
With pegs.
Don't forget that.
You see Alton looking over. He's looking at a bike that we have right here. Bicycles, some PS5s, some different things. And throughout the week, we'll be doing things too. So
that's exciting.
Yeah,
that's exciting stuff. I saw a couple of Raising Cane's notebooks there.
You know what I mean? So shout out to Raising Cane's, Kathy. Really appreciate you. Yeah, so they've been, once again, we've been fortunate enough for them to help out and reach out and donate some supplies to give back. And they're always willing to help us in any way that they can. And we are more than appreciative of that. So thank you, and shout out to Raising Cane's for sure. And they will be there Saturday.
Are they bringing grub?
Man,
Are they bringing some
No,
grub?
we can get them to. I'm not sure,
I don't
but that
know.
would be great if they could.
That's always
right?
a treat for my family when we go to Raising Cane's.
Right, right. So yeah, they'll be in the building, and so yeah, shout out to them, and so yeah, we'll get the backpacks. Get there early. You want to tell them a little bit about that? They got to get there early.
Yeah, am I talking directly to the camera or am I talking to
directly to the
Is it
camera.
this one? Or is it this one right here?
Straight ahead.
Is this one right here?
Yeah.
So you want to get to Clovis North High School just a little bit early. What I'm hearing right now is 8 o'clock. People are going to be lining up. So it is first come first serve. So just, I mean, get there as early as possible. This is an amazing event. This is an amazing basketball opportunity. It's an amazing giveaway to the community for kids. Just overall, just a great event. So get there early.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Get there early, and man, don't meet us there, beat us there. Like you said, it's
Yeah.
the first come, first serve, and it's going to be one for the books for Fresno, California, and everyone is going to win with this, right? So one of the mottos or the taglines for it is bringing Fresno together, in a positive way, right? So we got the giveaway for the kids in the beginning. You got the championship game.
Championship game. Yeah.
Right.
Championship games at 2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Followed by the season 3 finale game with Quincy Pondexter and a couple of guys. We'll just say that, right?
Yeah, humbly. These are big names in the basketball community.
Man.
They just are. I mean, these guys have accolades that we all heard of. So it's just an amazing thing, and I just want to give a special shout out to Quincy for all the work that he's doing to make a lot of this possible. Just being open and receptive. I think I said it earlier. I'm not sure if we were off the camera or not. But just want to give a special shout out to you and your team
100%.
for everything. Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you coming, man, and we'll be there August 10th.
August 10th.
So make sure you all follow Fresno Pro-Am, the Choice Center, choicecenter.org, the Choice Center on all social media platforms. Alton, appreciate you for coming, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure,
Thanks
man.
for having me.
For sure.